What's up, everybody? Sorry it's a little loud in here. I got the AC running because it's probably 90 degrees outside and gets warm upstairs in the house. So just watching a little YouTube and drinking my other coffee here. Got some postcards to go over. These are from July 10th. Today's the 11th. Today's Saturday the 11th. So don't forget to get your free Slurpee 7-Eleven at 7-Eleven. And then I only got a few cards here to go over. So after that, I'm gonna just have y'all work with me. I'm gonna scan in 40 cards and just hang out for a minute, and let's do it. Grotto Geyser, Yellowstone National Park. Say Lennon card, posted 1951 from Yellowstone. Lennon was made 1930 to 1945 approximately, so sounds right as far as time frame. Dinosaur National Monument, Utah, Colorado. Echo Park from Canyon Run, the scenic heart of Dinosaur National Monument. We got Mackinac Island, Mackinac, Michigan. It's pretty cool. Chrome. Outdoor life in Vermont. Looks cool. Look like some fir trees in the background. Posted 1967. Some canoes there. Chrome. From one old friend to another. But old times we are truest. Really old card. Even has some I guess that's tanning or yellowing. Can't see the date, but it's old. Check out the handwriting. Super cool. Super cool. Bryce Canyon National Park, Utah, Wall of Windows. That's pretty cool. 1959 Chrome. The Fort Inc. Restaurant, Cocktails, Gift Shop, Candy Kitchen. Multiple areas. Fort, whatever, Michigan. Mackinac City, Michigan. The Fort Inc. Michilimackinac. Yeah. Chrome. Mayo Clinic, Mayo Building, Rochester, Minnesota. 1962 posted. Got the old 50s cars, 40s, 50s. When I consider thy heavens. 8th Psalm card. This looks like I don't know, it's printed in USA. Printed USA, thicker, nice card. Nice card. That's old. Chrome, auto and rail bridges over Sacramento River. California. And then greetings from Eagle River, Wisconsin. Chrome. Alright, sorry if y'all can't hear me too well over the AC, but I'm just gonna start scanning postcards. I'm gonna do 40 and then put them in the folder, put them in the AI, and that's what we're gonna do. simple scan. Okay. I'm gonna just scan these in one by one, just because it's just keeps them straight, keeps it simple. So for now. I counted out 40 cards, so that's what we're putting in, all 3.5, 5.5, mostly chrome cards. Some are duplicates, so I got like a couple, 3 of each on a couple of them, a few of them. But that's okay, they sell too. Just like yesterday's video, July 9th, I had a couple UVA Rotunda cards that sold, and then you know, a lot of people collect by theme, so like I sold a bunch of what were they? Buck Hills, PA, Pennsylvania, like the hotel and the, you know, whatever's in that area kind of cards. So people buy similar things. I mean, I've even sold. That one got jammed up a little bit. Pop that off, pop it back. X out of that. Double check. People collect like certain areas, and you know, I would imagine people that like airplanes want, you know, certain cards of certain planes, and you know, like this card here is a duplicate card. Same card. Same card again. But collectors, you know, collect by state, or, you know, certain things. A lot of, you know, you just sell a lot of one-off cards too. You know, I don't know who's getting what, but you can kind of tell over time. Like I've got probably 30, 40 repeat buyers that buy often, you know. So one guy up in Maryland, Ellicott City, Maryland, Ellicott. He's kind of random. Like he just buys random cards. You know, I don't know rhyme or reason, I don't think. But he's bought probably over 100 postcards from me. Maybe 200. Shout out. We did get Slurpees today for the kids and me, so that was pretty cool. All right. So that's 40 scanned in, even doing one at a time, so you can see it's pretty fast. We're at the 4-minute mark of this part of the video, so you know, like 4 minutes. So I'm gonna check these. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Now there's a white line that's showing on one of the cards, and that's just from in here. I'll show you in a second, where it just needs to be wiped off and cleaned up a little bit. But I'm gonna leave it. They still sell. I'm not messing with all that. It's just, most people understand. But it's not on some, it's just like one or two, couple. Seashells. This is a pretty cool card. I'll show you this one. Where you at? Now, if you could find some seashells like that all the time, that'd be cool. Coast of Florida. And then this is a cool card too. You can see the car parked on the beach. Nobody's got cell phones in their hands. Everybody's just chilling, living life. Alright, so I'm gonna save these. Next, save, browse. That folder complete. All right, we're back. I just uploaded 15 into the AI, so you know, now we're up to C31. This is just a 4x6 label, and you know, I'll just kind of wrap it like this, put the rubber band around it. But C31, so in the system under the SKU, we're C31-1, C31-2, C31-3, etc. And so I did 15, so I got more to go. So got to go upload again. Upload 30, 31, and I'll go to 60. That'll be 30 more front and backs, or 15 cards. Open. All right. So then in here, I just kind of double check. You know, you can see a bigger view of it. If you need to flip the front or the back, that's when you can do it here. Start upload. This AI is a little finicky sometimes, so sometimes I'll start it out with like 5 or 10 cards just to make sure it's kind of processing, because it'll flip-flop the picture sometimes. I'd say 99% of the time it's fine, but you know, it's a pain to have to go back and do something or delete this and just double check the numbers and, you know, all that. So I'd rather do it ahead of time and not have to stress out about it after the fact. Get ahead of the game. So that's 60. All right, so upload. So we only got it says 82, so apparently we got 41. Thought I counted 40, so I'm gonna double check. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. It's 41. That's a stack of 41 right there. To put it in measurement perspective, it's about a half an inch. About a half an inch for 40 cards. So 80 cards is an inch, 120 is an inch and a half, 160 is 2 inches. Sign SKU, sign SKU, sign SKU, sign SKU. Anybody doing anything fun today? It's Saturday. kind of hot out, like I said, like maybe it's 90 something. I'll have to look. All right, so I got all of them in here, and now just go select all, generate listing data, generate. So now it's thinking, that yellow processing right there, it's just says thinking, and it's thinking. And it only takes not too long, usually. Not too long. So I like this guy, Flying Wheels. He's pretty cool. I think his name's Craig. He had a like a dealership in New Hampshire. Sounds like he's from New Hampshire.
Okay, do this entire hood, peel the tape line, and show me the before and the after in a bunch of photos.
But they're like fixing an Escalade 2017. The heat faded from the sun roof and top
And I also got,
hood.
where did it go? I got you suspension, Magna Ride suspension for the vehicle. So
it's pretty cool YouTube channel. He's got a lot of 524,000 subscribers. Flying Wheels. All right, so you can see it's starting to process some of these here. The green means they're rolling. We're doing 41. So let's give another little bit. We'll just set these over here. Start over here. And once these are all done, we're gonna get them listed. Enhancing. All right, so we're gonna go to review and edit, and then I'll put the pricing in for all of them. Just go down the line. Now you have the SKU, right? So, you know, I should know it's in C31-1, but I'll even, just at the end of some of the listings, I'll put C31 on multiple, like 5 or 10 out of 40. Just so, and just in case, you know, it's a double check, just in case you're off a number or whatever, when it lists in eBay, even if you didn't have the SKU, if you have C31 at the end, obviously you're going to know, but there's other ones that are listed, and they list, you know, say tomorrow's July 12th, they'll list July 12th. If you got 40 of them listed that day, and you have like 5 of them with the actual SKU in the title, like this, you probably can't see it, but in this one I got C31 right at the end. See that, sorry if not. So like if I search by date of listed, because that one, when I sell it, even if I had no SKU, if I sold it like July 12th, then I can go back 6 months later and it sells. I see that it was listed July 12th, so I can go in and sort by listed date. And then I'll notice that it might have, you know, C30, C31, C32 were all kind of listed around that time frame. Hope that makes sense. But basically just a double check, fail safe. And, you know, you can look at, like I've got postcards that were listed 3 years ago, July 23rd of 2023, that I can, you know, if I sold today, I could see that it's, was listed, you know, July 13th, 20, and then I can go back to that date and it'll show me everything that was listed. So it'll say A22, A23, something like that. So just, it's one fail safe to think about. So we're changing the prices right quick, like scrolling down. I usually put $7, yep, for all of them. And then I run sales. So that's why a lot of my cards sell for, you know, $1.80 to $3 ish approximate. You know, now if it's a older card or something really cool that I know will sell, like horse stuff, you know, I mean really old cards that are just very cool looking, I just know they'll sell for at least $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 maybe. The most expensive card I've ever sold is only $25, but that's still a lot, you know, considering I paid 15 cents for it. Most of these cards are just around 15 cents a piece, averaged out. So, you know, if you do the math, if I bought 100 of them at 15 cents, that's $15. So if I sell 10 of them at, if I sold 15 of them at $2.80, at $2.80 I make a solid dollar. So I need to just sell 15 out of 100 to make my money back. And then the other 85 cards are pure profit, basically. Now if I sell the other 85 cards at $2.80, that's a solid dollar, then I'm making $85 on those. So that's pretty cool. But, you know, the sell-through rate on postcards is like 6% or something like that. So especially on cheaper like cards where there's like a lot of them, like if you search a lot of these cards on eBay, there's a lot that are the same card. You'll find 100 of them or 30 of them or 20 or whatever, you know. I don't promote. I could. I don't really know how I'd be able to track it, really. I mean, it's so hard. I'm not a numbers guy when it comes to like that sort of thing, but I just know what sells and what has sold, and then you know, like patterns. I'm a pattern picker-upper, I guess. And yeah, one would say, well, why don't you just leave everything at like $6 or $7, and then just, you know, instead of selling 20 cards and make $1 each, you make $3, $4, $5 each on like 4 cards. I've tried that, and I just don't sell a lot in one single day. You know, occasionally I'll sell a $6 or $7 card, and that's awesome. That's at $6, I'm making $4 probably. So that's really good. And yeah, I mean, I may try that in the future. One thing I'm trying to do is potentially get on Whatnot and sell on there. So I'll be just, you know, showing cards like I'm showing now, but selling on Whatnot platform, and still have eBay too. And then on the eBay side, I'm gonna kind of promote the Whatnot shows through selling the cards on eBay. Like I'll just put a business card in there, and it'll say come to my Whatnot page, you know, blah blah blah. But I haven't even done Whatnot yet, so step one. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna schedule out for like a week, and you know, you got to give it a shot. But that's the whole kind of plan. Even with this channel, it's, you know, we're just showing postcards here, nothing crazy. And obviously it's me, so if you halfway like listening to me, here I am. That's why they call it YouTube. It's you. And you know, I'm learning YouTube at the same time too. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and a lot of things take time. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos from other people, and even postcard people. Popeye's postcards, SM postcards, I think his name's Mark. There's a few others that I've seen before. I've even seen random videos with dudes selling car parts and like eBay clothes, like me, that will show, you know, a couple postcards a day sold, which is pretty interesting. You can even search people's eBay stores for solds. So if you want, you know, Chris at Peak down in Asheville, North Carolina, he sells clothes. He's got like 2,000 listings, less. And if you go to his eBay page, you can look up solds for the last day, the last week, the last year, and that's pretty cool. You could even do that with with anybody's page. So just one thing there. All right, so I got the sorry, this camera, I need to get a better camera system. All right, so I got them all priced out. I just kind of double check, make sure they're in the postcard category. If they're not, if it pulls up like a photo category or some other kind of collector category that's not postcards, when you go to ship the item, you'll show that it doesn't show eBay standard envelope. So you have to make sure it's like under at least stamps, because sometimes they'll pull up like a first day cover stamp, or even just a postcard and put it under stamp if it's got a lot of stamps on it for some reason. That's okay for eBay standard envelope. But if it pulls up a photo or a few other specifics, you can only ship Ground Advantage. Now you can mark it as shipped and then just put a stamp on it, hand write it out, or you can go on stamps.com and do like some kind of first class mail, something like that. So I know. All right, so we're gonna do a few here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C31, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna do 10. Go up to publish, eBay, next. 3 business day. I do 3 business day, eBay standard envelope. Next. For these 10, I'll do 15-minute between listings. So basically over the next 2 hours, one will pop every 15 minutes. Just to show eBay I'm working. I haven't worked in a couple days on eBay, so they're probably mad at me. So those 10 are going up. Now I listed some like 3 or 4 days ago. I did like a couple hundred in a day or something like that, and I just schedule them out. Like if I do a bunch like that, I'll do like 20-minute intervals for like 10, then I'll do like 45-minute intervals for like 10, and then I'll do 120 minutes, and then I'll do 240 minutes, 800 minutes, 1200 minutes. There's about 1440 minutes in a day. So if you do 10 cards and you push them out 1440 minutes, that'll be 1 a day for 10 days. So I kind of do it like that, just to, overnight eBay sees that I'm technically, posting items like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because eBay, they're on the West Coast, so they're on 3 hours behind-ish. So when they shut the servers down or do the server maintenance at night, if it's 8 a.m. here, it's 5 a.m. in California. So they're 3 hours behind. If I'm still posting cards, right after they turn the servers back on or whatever happens there, 5 a.m., 6, 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7, so then boom, right after they pop back on, I got stuff rolling in the system. So I don't know if it matters, but I just know that when I list every day or when I'm listing all the time, I tend to sell more than when I go days without listing. So that's just from my personal experience. I wouldn't say I'm 100% correct. A lot of people say the algorithm's all over the place and it just cares about items that are popular and that sell fast, and I get that too, but these have like a minimal sell-through rate, and I know that when I'm listing all the time, I'll sell a $6 or $7 card because they pop up at $7, and No, sorry. Yeah, if I know I'm posting all the time, and you know what happens is something lists on the eBay, and I always have like a sale running generally, so that item takes a few hours from what I've seen to pop on the sale. So a lot of times those items will sell at full price, which is like $6 or $7, which is great, but it's only like 1 or 2, you know. But whoever is kind of watching my eBay store sees these new items pop in, or maybe they're just shown more because they're new, I'm not sure, but they sell. So, and I just know that when you list like every single day, it just works better for me and helps me out. So that's my thoughts. All right, so we got 10 more. Now we're gonna do a little further out on these. 3 business day. Next, I'm gonna do like 480 minutes. That's like 3 days maybe scheduled out. You know, some I'll, and obviously the first one that posts out of those 10 goes instant, so that's immediate. So technically I've already listed at least a couple immediately. And then sometimes I'll do 10 right away, or I'll do like 3 minutes in between. Like I'll do these 3 minutes, I'll show you. All right, I'll show you these. All right, so I did like 20, 21 to 30, so it's 10. So you go over to here, and go to publish selected. Gotta choose eBay. Next, and then I do the, where are you? There we go. And then next, and then here is where you can do minutes between listings. So this one I'll do like 22 minutes. No, I will do 8 minutes. 20 minutes. Next, so those 10, eBay, one will pop every 20 minutes. Let's see, publish and initiated. You can actually go up here to my items, and you'll see like what's published. So see 31, 25, 26, 27, what it is, how much it is. You can even cross list. I need to find somewhere to cross list too, but there's not a lot of postcard like platforms out there. And like I said earlier in the video, I'm really going to try to go hard on Whatnot in the near future here, because I think I can do it. Sounds crazy, but there's a lot of people that collect postcards. I mean, I went to a postcard show in Richmond, Virginia, down 30 minutes south, Chester, Virginia, and they have an annual show. I'll do these last 10, and I mean, there was like probably like 50 vendors, or 50 like postcard sellers and other stuff too, like ephemera, pictures and photos, but mostly postcards. I mean, there was millions of postcards. I mean, ridiculous. I bought a few, some cool like army, naval boats and ships and stuff, and I just bought a few cards. That was my first time there. It was pretty cool. And actually, I didn't keep super track, but I sold at least 2 or 3 of those cards, and I paid like $1 each, maybe $1.50. I think maybe I bought like 15 for like $20, something like that. It wasn't a lot, but I've sold some, so I definitely probably made my money back on those. So that's cool. All right, so those are all done and listed. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Comment below if you like these ride-along videos. You know, I may post more of that, and you know, just show you a few more things that I do with the postcards, or how I obtain them, or you know, storage and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot to it, but you can also dive deeper into the cards themselves and the time frames and some history on the cards. So I may do that in the future as well, but just getting to it. I'm gonna watch a few more YouTube videos today and post this one. And I appreciate y'all watching. Comment below, like and subscribe. Thanks, have a good weekend.